All sadness is an excuse for not being happy and satisfied with life as it is now. I don't know who needs to hear this apart from me, but it is what it is and always will be. Look around you. That is your space, wherever you are. That is your concern, your field, you. My business lives in this room, in this heart. Holding on to anything in this life is setting ourselves up to have to let go of it one way or another. Sadness is real, as illusory as it is. It's real, it's felt, it's stored. Sadness is potential energy that refuses to budge, sits in the pit of our stomach, reminding us about things which have already transpired, been lived and died. All things must pass. We only have now. We only have here. Wherever here is, for us, at any time. We can choose to get involved in anything, or literally mind our own business. Be in our bubble. That doesn't mean that we can't be in close proximity to other bubbles. It just means freedom is the ability to choose. I think there's a human tendency to feel like preferring your own company is selfish, or it's not that I want to keep me all to myself. I love sharing me with the world. But we have all been infected with a gift for us to unravel, unpack, sit with, process, and love. Sadness silently implores us to bring in love to any situation or experience, and know that everything is used, transformed, recycled, into works of art. Grief is a very selfish thing, but it's a very empathic and empathetic thing. Not many of us seem to know what death actually is, and spend a whole life trying to avoid it, only to die. That's one track. But we get to resurrect at any given moment, to choose. New, different. We only have to allow it, welcome it, receive it with an open heart. And it's scary because it feels like the implications could be massive. Mentally, logically, emotionally. What is self-care? Self-care is finding all the ways to nurse yourself, up to and including allowing others to be part of that process, but not relying on other people for that, because we're doing ourselves a disservice every time we allow somebody to enable us by doing something for us that we could do for ourselves. We all have to know alone time with no distractions, because that's where we live, that's where we are, beneath all the noise. It's difficult to sit still in this world because our nervous system doesn't stay still. So thoughts, which are an impulse driven by said nervous system, which is typically, on average, overstimulated, and then you find a space with no sound, or relatively no sound, and then you start to think. Maybe thoughts happen about the past or about the future, but none of it's real. It's just a chemical process. None of it's you. You are the witness. Non-physical. Breathing is how we take our power back. Because that old world frazzled us. That old world was weaponized against us. I know about breath work. But I don't bring it to mind very often. Because all my life I have lived as a thinker, an overthinker. A lot of thoughts happen, have happened, did happen. I don't need to breathe. My body, if my mind doesn't get in the way, breathes of its own accord, because it, not I am not it, is a marvelous creation that knows what it's talking about. Never mind how many times I try to interrupt what my body wants to communicate to me about what it needs and wants. My mind, not me. So, to make the body and mind one, working in synergy, for me, not against me, Well, we distract ourselves an awful lot in this life. And I don't blame us. Because if we can be in charge of the stimulation, then at least it's predictable, under control. But it's not. Distraction is a bottomless pit. One distraction is no worse or less than 1 million distractions. Because anything that is not centered in right now, right here, well, there's no such thing as distractions really. Just actions and intention. We're allowed to escape from reality for a bit. But ultimately, it's no life, is it? Life here now. I don't want to escape from this here where I am. There's nothing to escape from. Just breathing. Non-Mediterranean weather. I mean, they do get wet, I think, yeah. But that's it. Summer's over. Only for this go. It'll be here again soon. I participated in a beautiful ceremony last night with some wonderful humans. Cacao, which is a bird's favourite drink. That's lovely medicine. Hopefully you know. Maybe you don't. Check it out. Wonderful. Eye-opening medicine. Like cocaine. If cocaine were good and clean. But the point is, all medicines are to be treated with respect. And hape, which is a type of snuff that's blown up the nose, made by tribes people. And sananga, which is eye drops made from the root vine, which very painful. Hape, quite painful. But sananga is intense pain, like as if your eyes are on fire. A pain that you can't escape from. Ultimate now moment. To feel alive, to be absolutely present, nowhere to run. And to feel pain, not in the name of self-destruction, in the name of creation. Now that's a powerful experience. Sadness is just the mere suggestion that a spirit could ever be weighed down. collect memories to use against ourselves as excuses for not shining radiantly all the time forever, for the sake of every single other unit of consciousness that exists at this time. No reason. We don't need a reason to be love, and it's just what we are. Ultimately, any negative emotion is just a place where gratitude cannot live momentarily. And yeah, it's a motivating factor until it becomes demotivating, and then it's very difficult to get out of. But the pressure is what is needed. Not to mention, all emotions that we run from are just cellular messages, deep communication from within a body that has traipsed through the mud, saying, remember me, honor me, and let me go for fuck's sake. All of it. You can't hold on to a moment, because the moment you do, it's gone. And life is one moment, uninterrupted. Despite human interference, despite psychological and psychic battles we fight with, ultimately just ourselves. What's been and gone has served its purpose. What is rising from the ashes? What is growing through the cracks in the concrete? There are no words for. Words would spoil it. But it's coming. Yes, it's coming, because did we do all of that for nothing? Do all of that. We did nothing. We experienced a glimpse of a moment, and here we are. And now what? Now what are we going to do? Whatever the heaven we like,